Welcome to the From the 108 podcast, starring the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter. He's a Twitter-like whore, an Instagram thirst trap, and your grandma's guilty pleasure, Beef Loaf. A West Coast attitude in a decidedly Midwest body, My Sock Summer. And your host, he's sharing obscure music thoughts to give you time to hit the bathroom, Terezi E.
Thank you, Cornsey, and welcome to the From the 108 podcast. Get ready for some baseball, beer, and bullshit. And remember the drinking rules. If Beef Loaf says allegedly, or that he wrote a blog about that, you drink. If My Sock Summer mentions his time on the West Coast, or doesn't know a player, you drink. And if I swear or say, here's the thing, you drink. Also, you can make any of us shut the fuck up for 5 whole minutes by tipping $5 whole. And you can make us all drink with a tip of $1.08. And for tonight, and tonight only, you can get 5 solo minutes of My Sock Summer for the low price of $50.
Ooh, wow.
It's a tasty one. It's a tasty one. Speaking of tasty ones,
Horny might buy.
what are you fellas drinking? Beef Loaf, what are you drinking?
Boys, I'm just going straight up vodka martini tonight. I made 3 at once, so I went a little over the top on the bitters, Treasy. So, but I didn't mean to. I was just trying to get it right, and I didn't get it right. I got the right amount of vodka, right amount of vermouth, a little too much bitters. Still tastes delicious. So, vodka martini tonight. Keeping it classy for you boys.
Dirty?
Martini. Is it
Dirty martini?
Not dirty tonight. Nope. Just
Okay.
straight up. This regular one.
MSS, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a whiskey, an Irish whiskey. Shout out to our buddy Jerry O'Sullivan, who is basically the mayor of down there. We got Powers,
Nice.
single pot still Irish whiskey. John's Lane. It is a 12-year age whiskey. It is wonderful. I do not need to buy any more bottles in my house, but I'm like, man, if all Irish whiskey is this sweet, I might need to start drinking more Irish whiskey. So, Terezi, what are you drinking?
I'm just I'm on the vodka train like Beef. I'm just finishing off this bottle here.
Just
trying to
drinking it
keep
straight?
take it easy. Take it easy. Vodka soda. You know,
Oh, okay.
it's a school night, so I'm
The hip one. Yeah.
gotta keep my head straight. But yeah,
You're right, straight.
it's been a good tournament so far. But I have not drank my face off for any of these matchups yet. But we'll see what happens soon. But Beef Loaf, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm pretty good, boys. I don't know if you know this, but I had our guy, one of our best friends of the podcast, White Sox Dave, on my Au Jus show. You know, the Au Jus, I've been doing a lot of baseball stuff. This one, when I had Dave on, we probably did 20 minutes that was non-baseball. And I got a couple great nuggets out of Dave in this section. We don't often, dig in on content stuff with Dave. And one of the methodologies, one of the thought processes in the Au Jus is to go down the content road, too, and have guests on that do that sort of thing. Sean Anderson's going to join me this coming Monday, March 20th. And we're going to talk about some of that stuff, too. But Dave left me with 2 great nuggets. I want to lay them on you guys. First off, when we were just talking about his interview with Gavin Rossdale, which I was shook, Treasy. I was trying to let him know how obsessed I was with Gavin Rossdale when I was 18 or 19 years old, that I had blonde streaks in my hair because Gavin had them in his hair. I had a choker because Gavin Rossdale wore a choker. I wanted to.
Uh-oh. You're muted.
Did he went?
Viewing.
He went
Yeah,
silent.
you just went right when you were like, what? Right after.
Am I back?
You're back now. Right
I'm
after
back.
you said I had a choker, and I
had I wore a choker because Gavin Rossdale wore a choker. I wanted to be like Gavin Rossdale. Treasy can vouch for this. He's never brought this up. This is all true, right? He's never brought this up. So it's goofy that someone I'm friends with, White Sox Dave, is interviewing this guy. And I watched the interview on YouTube because I'm like, I got to see this visually, right? And obviously Dave and Dante did a great job. But one of the things that Dave was telling me was he's like, Beef, he's like, if someone's starting a new podcast right now, you do a music podcast and you interview musicians because it's so.
Oh no,
I don't know what's going on with Beef.
Man.
It's we're losing him.
Did I pop
we
out
lost
again?
Yeah.
You lost me again?
Yeah.
Am I back?
You're
You're
back.
back
Okay.
now. Yeah.
He's it's popping in and out, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
a
you're just
poppy
blowing
person.
it out or something. You blowing it out?
Maybe. I'll back up from the mic a little bit. He was saying that you do a music podcast because the musicians are dying to get the the exposure. They're trying to push something. He said, when you got athletes don't want to talk to you for one. When they do talk to you, they say something stupid, they get in trouble, and then they don't want to talk to you again. And he was totally right, because I haven't listened to a Bush record since the 90s, and I listened to their brand new album. I listened to almost the entire album. It's called The Art of Survival after watching the interview. So asking you guys, am I just like the middest dude on earth that I like take the advertisement and go and listen to the thing? Or is this like how the world works?
Yeah, that's exactly how the world works. And that's the deal. What?
Fuck both of you. Fuck
no,
both of you. Here's why I'm mad. Beefloaf's brother, who is me, is an actual musician. I've gone to concerts with you. I've shown you tons of bands over the years. MSS, last summer, we had a conversation, and I was like, have you guys listened to recent Bush albums? They're really good. Beef had no fucking interest. No interest at all. Didn't even want to listen to it when I had it right there. And then Dave tells him, this is good. And he's like, oh, it must be good.
Here it is.
Famed music critic, White Sox Dave, is telling me that this music's good. I better listen to it.
I mean, listen.
He even said when he was explaining it, he goes, even a guy who knows nothing about music like me, now he doesn't know nothing, but he knows nothing compared to you. So this is totally true.
I mean, it's not that though, because maybe he was the second opinion to get you over the hump, right? Like I'm famously like, if there's a third party that comes in a conversation with my wife and I, and if the third party says the exact same thing I did, like she'll be like, yeah, of course, that sounds right. But if it was just me saying it, she'd be like, fuck you. Like, no, it's probably not right.
It's not that with this. I think it's something different, Treasy. I'll explain to you, I think, what it is. If you had said the most recent Bush album's great.
Oh shit!
That's why I silenced him this time. I muted him.
Oh
No.
There you go. You're back.
I'm back. If you said the latest Bush album was great and put it on immediately, but it was the immediacy of this. Like I just listened to the interview. I'm like, I got free time. I got free time right now. I'll just check it out.
That's another thing. Here's what I don't like, Treasy, and this will be my banter. But like, why are you got to go against Dave, like doing his job of selling this record for poor Gavin Rossdale? Like Gavin, like he did a good job and created enough interest in this, in the man, in Bush, that your big Bush brother was like, I'm in. I want to listen to this, and like I'll say this.
I appreciate that. I think Dave did a good job. I'm just like,
you're just pissed it wasn't.
The three of us had this conversation. I put on the album, and you guys were like, I don't want to listen to this. You thought it was Filter, MSS.
Oh, I did.
I still remember this. So like,
I mean, it adds up.
That was the booze talking. That's what I'm going to blame it on the booze, MSS. Otherwise we would have loved it. We would have loved it otherwise.
I'm not going to listen to it anyway. I'm going to take your side, Trees. If someone does not listen to it, maybe I'll listen to Filter tomorrow, and just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
You feel better about it. Second thing he told me is I asked him, Dave, you're so good at making internet bits, like the Hall of Fame ballot shit that he has. And then obviously the steak, right? The stupid ass fucking steak that is just never ending. It's a never ending fucking internet picture and bit. And I said, Dave, how do you do that? And he said, Beef, what you got to do, he goes, most of the things that are told about you on the internet are total bullshit. He's like, but you got to take that 1% that is just so absurd, but everyone really believes, and lean right into it. He goes, I saw that steak out at Mariano's. I was out with Eddie. It's a weird looking steak. I grabbed it. I said, Eddie, look what I'm going to do. He goes, I want no part of that. He goes, I put it in the frying pan. I hit it for 2 minutes on each side. I threw it in the plate. It looks terrible. He goes, I got the Bush's baked beans. I got the frozen Texas toast. He goes, and I would never put this thing into my mouth, but everyone on the internet thinks I would love something like that. He goes, that's how you make a good bit. I was like, that's amazing. I need to brainstorm for myself and do this shit. It was so well explained how the fuck he did it, and it's a hilarious bit.
He's so full of shit because he ate that steak. He
definitely ate that steak. But the funniest part about when he was explaining it to you, Beef, was he was like, yeah, it was like a $2.99 steak. And I was like, yeah, that I wouldn't eat that. That's whatever that was. That's not edible. That was for a dog. It was next to the dog beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dog beer.
MSS, what are you up to, my friend?
I'm gonna forego my thing. Today I was at the Children's Museum in Oak Park, and I was ready to be underwhelmed, and my 4-year-old loved it. So if you're looking for a place to go with your kids before 10 o'clock, because most children's museums don't open till 10, and it's like, fuck you, this asshole's been up since 6 and I have to wait till 10 to take him somewhere. So we got in the car and drove the hour to get up there and go to the Oak Park Children's Museum. Fucking unreal. It's called WowWorks. It was great. She loved it. The 4-year-old loved it. Gonna be 5, loved it. So that's my swinging endorsement. They did not give me any money. They actually charged me money to go in there. So, I paid $26 to give them a free ad. Treasy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. A minute after you foregone.
1 minute. 1 minute. I can have 1 minute.
You said you didn't want it, but you took
You said you didn't want it, and then you told the story. I'm also not going to talk, but here's my story.
Here's my story.
So I'm reading. I'm on. Guys, I spend some time on the internet from now on. And I'm reading the story, and this is a story out of England. It's from last month, apparently, but I just saw it today. And a guy stole a truckload of Cadbury cream eggs.
Yes.
$48,000 worth of Cadbury cream eggs. So think about it's a semi, basically, of only Cadbury cream eggs, right? So $48,000 of this. My question to you guys is, what ridiculous thing would you risk prison time to steal $50,000 worth of? And I'm guessing for MSS, it's cookie cake. I would like to know what it is for you guys.
No, you know what I would steal right now specifically? I have had 2 items that were staples in my household since I've not smoked cigarettes for the last 3 years. Is cinnamon Jolly Ranchers, and they've discontinued those. So I would steal a truckload of fucking cinnamon Tic Tacs because those are only seasonal. You can only get them once. I bought literally 24 packages of them, and they are gone. And I am very upset. So I
don't disagree with your choice, but he said $50,000 worth. Where are you going to store this? Like, you need a warehouse to store this shit.
I got a garage, Loaf. I got a garage.
You see him spilling out of the window in his garage.
He's like, hey, have you ever had a Tic Tac? Man, you remember Tic Tacs? Because they are delicious.
I love cinnamon Altoids, so I'm with you on the cinnamon as far as a mint or a breath mint. Delicious, absolutely.
Lost him again.
Steal $50,000 worth of wine, You guys, am I out? I'm out.
You're back now. You're back now.
Am I back?
You're back now, but you are out.
I would steal $50,000 worth of wine. That's a no-brainer.
That's
it's easy to get $50,000 worth of wine.
That's not ridiculous.
Thing. That's
not
like
the question.
Plus, that's only like 5 bottles.
What are you saying? I got expensive taste. I don't know.
No, it's like something goofy like that. Yeah. So like the
Cadbury cream egg,
like the Tic Tacs, I like because I just like imagine the bust going down and like, oh, this whole fucking place smells like Big Red. This has got to be it.
There's all these ex-smokers, fat as fuck, like hanging out looking for a Tic Tac,
just with toothpicks in their mouth and Tic Tacs.
I don't think
all fat guys too, that. Amazingly.
Yes.
Incredible. I don't know. It has to be something that doesn't spoil.
Is it chokers?
No, I'm too fat now for a choker. Back in the day, I had a skinnier neck.
It would actually
choke me to death.
Like $50,000.
It was like the dogs that have the choker collar. That would be me. Like I can't move.
Or like $50,000 like koozies or something. Like something dumb. Like. And Cadbury cream eggs definitely go bad. They'll go bad at some point. So
that's true. You got to fence those.
Yeah, and you do got to move these. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's
I like that MSS took a seasonal product that has good, probably good resale. I think Cadbury's are like that too. But the problem with Cadbury's is like no one wants to pay much for those off season. You know,
right?
And also they're going to be 50% off the day after Easter. Like actually, if you can just hold out. You're fine.
I'd like to know from our friends over in the UK, are Cadbury cream eggs just around all the time? Like, or is it just an Easter thing? Or is that like they're like, these stupid Americans will buy the shit out of these around Easter, dumb fucks, and then they just send over the old ones right before they expire around Easter time.
It's like me listening to that Bush album. You know, anything I'm fed, I'll just do it. I'll just take these eggs. Who cares? You know.
Oh man! All right, I think it's time to pay some bills, MSS.
Let's do it, baby. Happy March, y'all. Mazda of Orland Park wants to remind you that the luck of the Irish is not needed when purchasing a brand new or certified used vehicle from them. And this month, you should take a look at Mazda CX-30. No matter where your path leads, the Mazda CX-30 with available 2.5 turbo engine is made to help you follow it. The Skyactiv G 2.5 turbo engine delivers up to a responsive 250 horsepower and 320 pounds of torque. It's a level of performance you don't usually associate with a CUV, and it's that might inspire your next big moment. The Mazda CX-30 is engineered to exhilarate, along with improved fuel economy, 26 city, 33 highway. This CUV offers uncompromised performance for every journey. Want to know more? Head on over to www.mazdaoforlandpark.com and browse their online inventory. Right now, they have 125 new and Mazda for certified used vehicles for sale. And while you're there, you can also request more information about a specific vehicle, value your trade, or inquire about financing. Whether you're from the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana, or Southeast Wisconsin, they would love to have you visit and test drive a Mazda today. Mazda of Orland Park, home of the Zoom Zoom Nation. 8910 West 159th Street, Orland Park, 708-444-3200. Zoom Zoom.
All right.
Teresa, I had a question before we start this.
Yeah.
Did you think MSS's ad read improved because he's been doing all the recorded ones? He was fresh there, and it was really good. I thought he did a good job.
I think it's just we only spent about 15 minutes doing our initial banter, so he's not hammered.
Not just
We'll see what he's like for that second ad read.
Beautiful.
But right now, guys, we're bringing it back. We're bringing back one of my favorite segments.
What?
A segment that I felt like we had to do tonight. It's perfect time right before the season starts, and it is the Horny Meter. Welcome, Horny Meter. We're coming back for it.
yes.
And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to look at the White Sox players that are in the WBC. So not, and MSS pointed this out, not the BWC.
No.
Right.
WBC. So the World Baseball Classic. So we've got
Not the World Boxing Championship either. Yeah.
We've got a few guys we're going to break down, and I'm going to start it off. Yep. We're going to start it off. We're going to ease into it. We're going to ease into it with Kendall Graveman. Now, Kendall Graveman is pitching for Team USA. He's looked good. He's got 1.1 inning. You know, he's no runs, no walks, one strikeout. Has looked solid. Looked solid out there. And Graveman's probably going to come into the season as the White Sox closer.
That's the thought.
The way I'm looking at it, if I'm talking about it, I'm looking and going, you know, you're in your senior year of college, go to visit your buddy, you meet some girl you're never going to see the rest of your life, and you think to yourself, this looks pretty good for right now. And that's kind of how I'm feeling on Graveman. I feel like Graveman's not my closer, but he could be my closer for right now.
Sorry, you'll take it. You'll take what you're seeing right now. You're not really concerned about the long term. It's just you're Mr. Right Now. That's what it is.
There's no relationship here. There's no relationship.
That sounds about right.
In fact, it's kind of perfect for Graveman because I feel like if I knew more about Graveman, I might not like Graveman. So like I like where we're at.
Yeah. Closet Bush fan didn't take your recommendation seriously. That turns you right the fuck off. You know, you just never know.
God damn
Beef,
it.
how horny are you for Kendall Graveman?
Treasy, for me, it's like Stifler's mom. Whenever I see her in anything now, I just hope that she doesn't look so terrible that it's going to ruin my thoughts from the initial time that I saw her in that scene in American Pie, the original American Pie, 1999. Like, that's why I look at Kendall Graveman. It's like, don't be bad. Just when I see you, make sure that you're fine. And he's been absolutely fine in the World Baseball Classic. So, you know, clean bill of health from the beef loaf. I got what I expected. I was worried he might slide over to the bad side. I had big concerns, but we're good right now.
He was like the one guy that looked good in the game against Mexico, where the USA got
everyone else got rocked except for him. That's right.
MSS, tell me how horny you feeling?
As usually I have like a scale that I have for these, and as I noted earlier, I was gone all day and had no idea that we had sent out around an agenda after last night. So I'm kind of flying off the cuff here. So what I'm going to use for the Horny meter this time is slang terms for getting an erection, and for Graveman, I'm going to go with popping a chub. So I'm just going to be like, just the beginnings, the onset, of having a major erection. But it's just the beginnings. So it's just popping a chub, just a little chub.
So it's like when you're in high school, right before you're going to get called up to the board, what starts to happen to you?
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Or you saw some cleavage, cleavage. Yeah, cleavage.
Cleveland, Ohio.
That's what I was talking about with Stifler's mom.
You caught something. You caught a view somewhere or something. Some girl was maybe, I don't know. She's whale tailing with the G string or something. And you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Whale tailing.
What happened here? You don't know what's happening. Here it is. Okay. Pop the chub. Good job.
Catching a chub, 5th grade. Shout out Polish with extra onions. He knows what's up, man. Miss Chilla, baby. Let's go.
You guys.
Let's go.
I'm so mad at you. I'm still mad at you guys about that. I did
You never
not
had her
have
as
that
homeroom.
teacher. I did not have that teacher.
Hello.
Well, we got to get on to the next one. So, I think that if there's been one guy that you kind of watch the World Baseball Classic, and you look at the Sox, and you think of someone who is just like kind of emerging as a star on the national scale because of this, is Tim Anderson. And I think everybody, I went to look up Tim Anderson's stats in the World Baseball Classic, and I just typed in Tim Anderson WBC, and there's like 40 articles that pop up. Like everybody is writing about him. So like he's out there. So Beef, how horny are you for Tim Anderson right now?
Man, I'm as horny as the first time I saw Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, man. It is something exciting and special the way he's playing right now. I was thinking about it from this perspective. You remember in the movie Copland, Mo Tilden, who was the cop that was played by Robert De Niro, and like they had no case, right? And then when Freddie Heflin, the sheriff, Sylvester Stallone's character, comes back and it's like he's going to help out, it's like, oh no, if Tim's good, like we got a shot here. Like this thing could really fucking go. And so it got me excited every time I watched him bat, and every big spot he made a big hit. Like every single time that it was like Tim's got to make it. And also the other thing, Treasy, he walked. He took walks. Like it was like, man, he's really locked in right now. I said it during the playback. I'm happy the White Sox are playing in games that matter because it's really fine tuning them for the regular season.
Yeah, he looks ready to go, man. He looks so ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, that's kind of how I am right now, because seeing Timmy play second base and just be awesome there as well. It's like finding out that really hot lady that you just met and you're going on a date with. She also owns a bar and a marijuana dispensary.
Oh my Lord. A trifecta.
You're just all in. You're just all in on it. Like you're just like, and everything's coming up Millhouse. You're all in. And that's how I am with Timmy right now. Timmy looked fantastic, man. Timmy just looks great out there, man. I can't wait to see it.
Totally agree, Treasy. We're not letting
up the middle.
We're not letting Ian Eskridge kill our boner right here. He said not so good yesterday. He was playing second, right? Take it easy.
Right.
All right. Let's take it easy.
He's fine. He's fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about a couple of little mishaps. Like he's been terrific in the World Baseball Classic, and I can't wait to see that up the middle. Him and Andrews. I think that's gonna be
nice.
Gonna be really great.
It's gonna be really great. You know what else is great? Tim Anderson is giving me a major rager. That's right. I brought it back, folks. It's the one where you're like, and if for the new people that don't know what a major rager is, it is like that boner that you get and you're just like, I didn't know it could get this hard. Oh my God. It is so hard. It almost hurts. Like this is just like on a national scale. I've heard this from several people.
I can hear his zipper breaking.
Popping buttons on that button fly. I've heard from several people. Tim Anderson loves the fucking spotlight, and he loves being in the spotlight, and he is there now. Hell yes, fucking let's go. He is definitely major rager territory, which is the strongest boner that you can get.
Thank you for clarifying.
Cheers to baloney.
Cheers,
He wants
baloney.
a Mary fuck kill out of glycerine, come down, and machine head.
Oh my god!
I got it. No problem. It's Mary Glycerine, fuck machine head, and kill come down. Too long of an intro. Come down. Sorry.
God.
I was just gonna say I would marry come down for the intro.
Weak. That intro's weak. How dare you?
Man.
Too much bass in that intro for me. we now know between me and Rudy, he just hates bass players.
I prefer your bass playing than Dave Parsons. Okay, I'm sorry. That's
right.
just the way it goes. You know?
It's amazing that you know the bass player of Bush's name.
See, back in the day, not now. I don't know that team.
Yeah, it's probably not the same guy, but I do.
It's not.
I do.
It's
Appreciate
just Gavin Rossdale and some other guys. I have no idea who it is.
it.
The other guys
That's the
died.
name of they were touring under that for a while. Beef. Gavin Rossdale and some other guys.
Some other guys.
They're just called some other guys.
All right.
That's good stuff.
We're on to, I think, the comments' favorite. I think that the people in the comments are going to love this one. I think we all love this guy.
Yeah,
he had a great game the other night when we watched, and it's Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn looked like Lance Lynn out there, and all I could think is it's like when you had like a little falling out with someone a ways back, but then you see them and they're looking so damn good, you can barely remember your name, let alone what you're mad about.
Yes.
He was electric against Canada, and that's how I'm feeling about him. So I'm very excited to see the Lance Lynn that I know and love come back to Chicago. So I mean, we're gonna see him a little bit more in the World Baseball Classic, but I can't wait to see him pitching in Chicago.
Yeah, Treasy, he was so good, and he was on it, man. It was like I was saying about the competitive games, and Lance was competitive. You could tell Lance wanted to go 9 innings. If they would let Lance keep going, he'd have kept going, and he was absolutely dominating in that game. It was so fun to watch.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with one of the favorites. I mean, definitely not a major rager type thing. He gave up a home run. I get it. He's working off some rust. He's also looking as perfectly plump as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was like bending over. I'm like, shit, that looks like me trying to pick up a weight at the gym. I love it. I love it. I can get right behind this guy and probably can't be seen.
Mercy.
I'm gonna go with Lance pitching a tent because you got to get that pole up there to keep everything up. He's gonna keep it going, so it's right up. Good job pitching a tent for my man Lance Lynn.
In those same big white pants he was wearing the other night.
Exactly. Just
that's
out there.
First of all, obviously I'm rooting for Team USA. I'm rooting for Team Mexico. I'm rooting for Team USA. Team USA, man. Enough with the all-white jerseys and pants. Like that hasn't looked good on anyone ever. So just leave it alone.
I don't know.
That's not a great jersey. Just
Tim
get rid of
Anderson's
that.
looking pretty hot.
Tim Anderson looks good in everything, though.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine if Team USA came out with like a black jersey with like gray like stars and stripes on it? That would be electric.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Might get taken the wrong way, but I like it.
Boys, I
terrifying
gotta go with. I mean, this is gonna go into the Wayback Machine here, but I really felt this with Lance. I gotta go with the color print picture, the laser print picture I had of Anna Nicole Smith on my wall back when I'm like 15.
Which
MSS. You know what? It's like a full length, and it may have been from the Playboy. I can't remember.
Is it a Playboy or Guess?
But it was a laser print of it. It was not actually from the magazine. It was like even weaker house, right? And it's old and it's hanging on my walls, and it got me through my pre and teen years. But it's still up there doing work, man. And that's how Lance was. Lance was still up there doing work. I was like, bro, man, you're back on your prime. You're looking hot up there again. Like I was like, oh shit.
Was it like the second coming of and I'm sorry for the pun, but of like when Anna Nicole came back again and didn't get like when she got skinny hot. Like I didn't like her when she got real skinny.
I didn't.
I liked her when she was a little bit thicker and kind of more of a mess.
I did too. Well, I like the original Anna Nicole, like the Guess and Playboy Anna Nicole, and that's the one I'm talking about from the picture. I also liked Fat Mess Anna Nicole. I did not like drugged out skinny Anna Nicole at the end. I'm with you on this. We're in lockstep, baby.
Lockstep.
Right there.
So it's like kind of like the second coming. Like you're like, okay, you're not the same as you were, but you're still doing it. Hello, friend.
It's getting it done.
Come through. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm up.
I I gotta tell you, you
Those
guys,
gas ads.
you guys getting carried away now. You're getting carried away. It's getting a little too hot in here. We got to talk about Lent now. So
Let's do it. Welcome to Lent, 40 days and 40 nights of meatless Fridays for all you heathens. And guess what? Brand new 108 supporter Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp have 2 Jesus-approved sandwich options that absolutely the fucking park. First up, their amazing crispy shrimp sandwich. This thing is huge, and you can taste the quality. They take a big handful of popcorn shrimp and lay it on a bed of coleslaw. They cover it with Lawrence's special sauce, served on a fresh potato bun. It's a great sandwich that even counts as a salad if you put some extra lettuce on it. You can also get a fresh perch sandwich at Lawrence's. This sandwich is featured 2 pieces of fried perch, served with cheddar cheese, homemade tartar sauce, lettuce, and tomato, all on a fresh potato bun. It's a real fish sandwich. You can add fries and a pop to make it a combo. Order online or in store. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp have 4 locations. Canal Street, 87th Street in Chicago, 50 South Manheim Road in Hillside, 3248 Vollmer Road, and Olympia Fields. Visit them online at lawrencesfishandshrimp.com to see their menus and to place an order. And do us a favor. Give them a follow on their Twitter at Lawrence's Shrimp. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, Chicago's favorite shrimp house since 1950. And fuck
right,
Slim
guys.
Mick, because now I can't say
Nice.
what I had in my ad because there's something, apparently there's no corner of fucking 21st 32nd and 87th. I fucked it up. I'm sorry. I will fix it. But the corner of 21st and Canal is the main one. That's where you need to go. So just go fucking get some shit.
hey,
It's good stuff.
we're gonna switch it up a little bit right now, and we're gonna get into the Horny.
Yeah.
Yes.
We still got 3 guys left to go. Because there are 3 other guys playing in the tournament,
Damn
and they are not playing for Team USA. They're playing for teams Cuba and Dominican Republic. And man, are they're in different states right now of play. So we will start with Yohan Moncada. Yohan Moncada has looked pretty. He started out real bad, and you're just about to break up. You even invited them to the breakup dinner. And then he shows up looking good, all done up. Next thing you know, you're moving in together.
Yes.
That's where Moncada's got me right now. I'm buying into it. I'm like looking at it. He's having aggressive at bats. He's not just waiting on for a walk. He's looking good out there. He's slugging like 700 and something in the tournament.
Yeah.
Just absolutely mashing since after that really slow start. I'm loving it. Beef, how you thinking?
I'm right there with you. I was thinking about this from the perspective of like, we've kind of gotten a little bit down on Yohan Moncada. So watching him get hot as hell in the World Baseball Classic has got me thinking about the 90s Bulls when Tony Kukoc was coming. That's how horny I am, because I'm like, man, we got all this talent, and then Tony is also coming. He's the best European player, and he's going to come here, and he's going to be the 6th man, on this awesome team. And I just think, Yohan Moncada, he was going to be a star on this team. We forgot about him a little bit, and now I'm so horny that, man, he might come back and be a star again, and we weren't expecting him to be a star. And so, like, just watching him and his enthusiasm, too, is, like, taken up a notch, right? So he gets a lot of flack for being a guy who looks like he's not working hard. Obviously, the guy's ripped to shit, so he is obviously a workout freak, and he's putting in a ton of work. But he has some of he'll take a play off or whatever. In the World Baseball Classic, he don't look like he's taking any plays off. He looks like he is really hustling his ass off. And so I think if he comes back with that same enthusiasm, man, I'm going to be hot for him like I was hot for Tony Kukoc hitting threes and Scottie Pippen sitting on the bench.
Hi. Tony Kukoc. Ripping heaters and fucking shooting threes. Yep. Fucking unreal.
That's how you doing?
So, when you're like, you're all horned up, but you're also drunk. So then you start getting into the business and you got that drunk bone and you're just like, all right. And you're going with it. And then you're like, I'm starting to lose it. But then you're like, no, I am not losing it. I am bringing
It's coming back.
And you're just like, you just do whatever you do. The hips start going to the left, to the right. You start going in and out. You're doing everything you can do to keep everything going and to keep that bone up. That's what my man Yohan is doing right now. He's keeping the bone up. I thought it was going down, but no, it's back up. So and then you just go to completion. Hopefully we get a completion this year in 2023 over there on the south side. Yeah, baby.
A+ on that one.
Right off the cuff,
I
baby.
broke a sweat.
I felt that one right there.
I think everyone did.
Did you like that one?
Are we going to pass out or keep going? Oh, we're keeping going.
There we go.
A lot of hip movement. I thought Wally showed
Wait a
up for a
second.
minute.
All
All right.
today, Satan.
Now here's one that's a little problematic here.
Yeah.
It's Luis Robert. He's not having a very good WBC. I think his OPS is in like the 500s in this tournament. It's not looked exceptionally well. He's had the injury problems, and now I'm starting to look at it and going like, this is that hot girl that like is actually dating you. You're like shocked that this girl's dating you, but you're now on your 15th date. You're probably paying half of her rent, and you haven't even really gotten like even some over the pants stuff. So you're starting to wonder what's going on, but then you're thinking, this is probably okay. I'm going to stick with it. That's where I'm at with Luis Robert. I'm not going to miss out. I'm not going to miss out on what could be.
Yeah, you're basically Andy Bernard right now.
Yes.
From The Office.
Yes.
That's
I don't
where
get
you're at
that
with
shit.
this.
That's it. Everyone drink.
Not an Office guy.
Never watch. You want me to go? I'll go. So,
Love you to go.
again, hot, like just as Treasy's saying, hot chick, right? And you're looking down and you're like, you should be hard. Why are you not hard? And then it's mostly because of all the stupid shit that she says every so often or doesn't do. And you're like, okay, I know this is probably going to be really good. And so I'm just going to wait it out. And he's right. You got to stick it out for a little bit, but you're like, yeah, man, you're on the struggle bus with the Bone Town, man. You're on the struggle bus of Bone Town with Luis Robert because it's just, listen, I can only sit around
Struggle
and
bus.
jerk off to the fucking Penthouse Forum like ramblings of sports writers and how good this person is going to be, and then just not complete. I cannot complete because it's not happening. There's no goddamn
You're actually
anything for me to go.
You're sweating a little bit just talking about this.
Hang on, can we rewind this a little
Run it
bit? So
back.
is this you're like, man, I got nothing going here, and you're like, you know what, you're making out, and then you got to go to the bathroom and you start chalking it up. Is that what I'm talking? Because it's just like nothing's happening here, right? Is that the case, or is this different a little bit?
Or you reach down, yeah, or you don't even go to the bathroom. You just do it right in front of her and just like,
Let's see what we got here.
I got to do something.
Baloney says MSS is throwing 99 on the black right now. That's ridiculous.
MSS tell us about playing Atari all day. I mean, that's what I'm hearing right now.
You feel all the emotions that MSS is going through right now.
No doubt.
This is his life story coming through these
pain
players.
in his face. This is like, if you ever thought he talked too much about the West Coast, you know now that he doesn't, because it's all coming out right now.
Mailman Jack said, "This is the most sense MSS has ever made. I'm shook."
Hey, listen. When you're trying to create content, you got to go with what you know, and so you just got to recycle stories into what you need them to do, and then that's where we're at right now.
Man, I hate to let you guys down, but my Luis Robert it's Friday night pizza, but when it's Tuesday. It's looking so goddamn dim, man. Like, you're never going to get to that reward at the end. It looks so fucking promising. You're like, this is going to be so good. I can't wait. I'm going to be neat. I'm going to order a whole pizza for myself. I'm going to have the RC Cola right there. But it's Tuesday, and you're like, we're never going to fucking get there, man. Work's killing me. Family's killing me. My car broke down, whatever the fuck, and we're not there yet. And that's the way Luis Robert's been, man. It's like you see a little flash, and then he sucks again. He got 7 Ks already. He leads the Cuban team in strikeouts. It's like, dude, you're come on. You got to be better than this. Like, Teresa, you mentioned Moncada. He's been far worse than Moncada so far, like noticeably worse than Moncada.
Oh, I mean, Moncada's got like the 1259 OPS. I mean,
Yeah,
like he's
right.
cranking the ball, and everyone on Cuba started off terrible.
Yeah.
So like the first 2 games were just atrocious, but then they busted out of it in the third game, and Moncada was one of those guys that just busted out and was looking really good. And Luis has not done that yet. So, but you guys have all given up on him. I'm sticking with him, despite how much rent
I haven't given up. I'm getting the Friday pizza. I'm going to get the Friday pizza.
Okay, you're going to get the Friday pizza. Okay.
MSS is chalking. He's going to get there.
He's trying.
Right?
MSS
really
is
hope.
trying. He's trying as hard as he can. As kind of hard as he can.
It's lackluster.
Hard as it can.
But yes, I'm trying.
All right.
Good.
Last one we're going to do. I think there might be some other guys playing in it, but I don't really care. My guy, Eloy Jimenez.
Eloy.
And there's no question here. No question in my mind. I'm marrying. I'm getting married here. This is Eloy or bust. Eloy or bust for me. And he's got like 1,000. He had like 1,000 OPS in the tourney. I love it. And all that tells me is I got to set the date already. I got to set the date already for the 74 homers. I'm in. I'm all in.
Set the date. Save the date.
I'm setting out.
The date
I'm
for
setting
74.
out. I'm setting
Save
out
the dates.
Save the date for
Save
74.
the dates. Save the dates for late September. That's Eloy's 74th home run party.
Let's do it. You know what? We'll include those in anything you order off the 108 merch site. I will throw one of those in for free to save the date for the 74 home run party. For Teresi and Eloy. Eloy, get back into the saddle, into the sunset.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Go ahead, Loaf.
Beef, how you doing?
I am as horny for Eloy Jimenez as I was for Sherry Headley. You don't know who that is? That's Lisa McDowell. When she was going to be in Coming to America 2. And everyone has been nervous about Eloy making it through and coming out the other side and looking good. And when you got to Coming to America, which was the sequel, she looked so damn hot in that movie. It was like, oh my God. She was hot 30 years ago, and now she came back, and you weren't sure. And it's like, boom, man. She's out doing Eddie. And Eddie looks good for his age, too, but fuck Eddie. Sherry Headley looked tremendous. And that's how I feel about Eloy, man. Eloy came through all that stuff. Looked fine in right field. All right. He hit the shit out of the ball, as Treasy mentioned. I'm feeling terrific about Eloy. Played in that high profile, went back to the White Sox, one piece. Love it.
Yep.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed. He stayed healthy. And they played him in right enough to make me nervous. But
unscathed, baby.
He came unscathed. He went out on the bachelorette party and he came back. He could still wear white. All right. So like it's all good. It's all good.
Correct.
MSS, how you feeling?
So, like as you age and you get older and you go through experiences, you have all sorts of different experiences, and you're like, maybe I'm not that 19-year-old anymore. I'm not that 22-year-old anymore. And then, you get into your 30s and you're like, holy shit. But then something happens and you don't know what it is. Maybe one day the wind's blowing differently. Maybe you get a whiff of something and you're like, hey, all right. And then you're like, it's major rager time again. You're like, I didn't even know my dick could get this hard again. And Eloy is right there with it. You're just like, all right, I'm back, baby. I could go to Pound Town again with this major rager, and Eloy is my god. He's bringing it back. He's running it back, as the kids say. Regardless of how much bullshit Chuck Garfien is going to spew all over him. He doesn't look good and right. Doesn't look good and right. I don't think he's the solution. Fucking shut your pie hole, Chuck. I know Jerry's telling you to say it anyway. Fucking let the man play right till he can't do it anymore, and then we'll be there. But Major Rager number 2 of the night goes to my boy Eloy.
MSS, you found that old pair of sweatpants that was in the back of the drawer that is straight boner town when you put it on. When you put those pants on, dude, your dick is rock hard. It's ready to go. And that's what Eloy, he showed out. And everyone and their mom was concerned about this. Every single White Sox fan, I saw it out there on Twitter. You were all worried about him going to World Baseball Classic. And you know what? He was great. Came back in one piece. No worries.
Yep, so far.
MSS, great job.
Thank you.
Great job on it. I mean, you had no notes.
No.
This was all off the cuff.
This was like that.
Didn't have the agenda. Didn't have the agenda. Didn't care about anything I talked to him about. I tried to talk to him about last night.
Sorry, I apologize.
Just shot it. He just shot it out.
Yeah, he definitely shot it out.
Treasy, credit to you though, right? It was the right segment for tonight. It was the right segment to go with a quick show and just do this tonight. It was perfect.
It
Hell
was,
yeah.
and this has been a quick show, but we're gonna get to the thank yous now, or the GFYs, whatever you guys are into. But Beef, I'm gonna start with you, my friend.
My thank yous are going to go out to random people that see us out at bars and say hi and act cool with us. So MSS and I were at Cork and Carry in the neighborhood here at the park, as they call it, on Saturday night. And the bagpipers came in, and guess what? One of the bagpipers was like, "Hey, 108 boys, what's up? I love your work." And he comes up behind us, and and so I put the picture up on the board. We were just bullshitting with him. And there was another dude, Michael, that came up and he was hanging out with us and doing shots with us and just talking. He's also worried about Andrew Vaughn, man. It was really fun to just be out and randomly meet up with 108 fans that we didn't know. And it's always cool to me. So thank you. If you love the 108 stuff and you see us out somewhere, don't hesitate to come up. Come on up. Come say hi.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the White Sox. Let's talk about whatever the fuck you want. It's always cool when that happens.
And cheers, Yump. Thank you for the
Thank you, Yump.
He said MSX was really excited for that segment. Salute.
MSX was definitely excited for that. Must see it.
MSX. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dan Cronin, another guy that came up to me on Saturday. He was like, I looked over, I saw the shirt, and I go, is that the dude? And then I saw your jacket, and I was like, that is the dude. So we talked a little White Sox stuff at O'Neill's as I felt old as fuck when we were there. But also our guy Nick was there. Got some sports betting. So that was fun. Our guy Nick was there. But that my shout out is going to go to a man that invited not only me, but my wife and my family into his home on the South Side for the South Side Parade, giving my girls a hell of a day and plus half of the neighborhood. The goddamn mayor down there, fucking goddamn Jerry O'Sullivan, dropped off a bottle of this 12-year fucking goddamn Irish whiskey, single pot still stuff today, just so I could get nice and loaded and have one of the best nights of my life in the podcast. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, let us keep our shoes on and tramp through his house. It's fucking snowing, made, 37 pounds of corned beef. Ran out in the middle to go get more bread because we ran out of bread. They ran out of bread, mostly because I had 2 goddamn sandwiches. But just really put it out there. I've never seen so much Guinness in my life. The man killed it. I appreciate it, and thank you for allowing us to come into our home. And glad we could finally make it down after being the 3rd year you've invited us down there. So I'm glad we can make it.
Cheers, Jerry.
Yeah, cheers, Jerry.
Yeah,
Thank
Jerry, cheers.
And cheers, Joey.
Cheers,
Thank you, Joey P. Bless you.
Good luck next round, bro. You're gonna do good. You're gonna do good.
I don't even remember if it was today. Was it yesterday? It's all
It was
blurring
yesterday.
together.
He won.
It's really all blurring together for me right now. We've done so much content in the past week.
In the past week, yeah. It's been
So first of all, I want to thank Cornsey because I've been sitting here on my computer yelling at the internet for a good goddamn week.
Too long.
Just nothing else.
Yeah.
And that was what most people would say. I've been on too much. But I also want to thank everybody who's voting in the 108 tourney because this year Beefloaf definitely changed the tournament. He was he wanted to get rid of a lot of the kind of the celebrities, people that have big media outlets to use like the Score and NBC Sports Chicago and all that stuff. So he brought it back as Bane would say to you, the people. And it's shown that you love it. And this is how it should be. It's kind of back to the original year that we did it, when there was 8 people in it. Right. And so I'm glad that everybody's enjoying it. I'm glad that everybody's voting. It seems like everybody's having a lot of fun. So thank you all for that. And with that, I think we're done for the night, fellas.
Yeah.
Get some sleep.